Hi guys, let's get ready together. I am so happy that I am about to get a kid-free night away from my house with my husband. Oh my word, your girl needs it so bad, I can't even tell you. I'm just doing some quick skincare before doing my makeup. And really, I just want to kind of put myself together a little bit. Hunter and I aren't really going on like a date tonight, but we're turning it into a date because I have my nanny coming over and I haven't seen her in like a week because unfortunately she got sick. So your girl is in desperate need of a little time to like run errands, film a little bit of content, do some editing. And Hunter and I are gonna meet up and go grocery shopping together because everybody knows that when you are parents, grocery shopping without kids is literally like a date. It's literally a date. Hi guys. Okay, you guys, the snail stuff, this shit changed my skin, okay? I didn't like believe the hype. I also have the world's most sensitive skin. So if I put anything on my skin that it's not used to, it like hates me for weeks. But I saw my best friend use this and she was like, Rachel, it is worth the hype. So I got it and I swear this shit has changed my skin. I promise it really has. It's totally worth it. Just buy it. I buy it off of Amazon. Beckham and Blakely are both napping. Thank God. They're both napping and I'm just relaxing a little bit, which is so nice. I actually just got done filming and now I'm just gonna get ready so I can be ready to leave when my nanny gets here in like 30 minutes. Yes, I have always had my kids nap at the same time because I think I'm in denial, you guys. Like, I know that Blakely is probably ready to drop her nap, and I'm just pretending. I'm pretending like I don't know that because I'm terrified. I'm probably gonna leave before they wake up, so you guys will probably not see the kids today. I'm so sorry, but we're gonna hang out. And I'm just as good as Beckham, right? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm so excited just to like get out of the house with Hunter, just because the past 3 weeks, trust the process with the eyebrows, okay? The past few weeks have been so intense with Beckham's intensive physical therapy that Hunter and I have just not had like a lot of quality time together. And it is super important for us as a couple just to have quality time together. So I texted him this morning, I'm like, hey, our nanny is coming at 4. Why don't we get together and like go run all of our errands together? And he was like, hell yeah, girl, come pick me up. So he's at his office right now and I'm just at home. Oh my gosh, you guys saw my Instagram story that I just posted with freaking Beckham on the stairs? I know, that was last night and I'm not okay. He is so crazy. The way that he's bending his legs to get him up more than one step is 100% a result of his intensive program. So it's so exciting. So exciting to watch. Beckham literally is a king. I cannot deal with how cute he is. And he has been loving being back in preschool. And so that has been like really nice that we're in like a set schedule right now. Summers are honestly, you guys, just like so hard for me. I'm such a routine person, and that might be because I obviously work as well as being a full-time mom. So I get a little overwhelmed when my kids are like out of school and I'm trying to balance like work, mom life, all of that stuff. Yes, Beckham loved his intensive therapy. I am putting up like a long form YouTube video explaining like everything about intensive, how it went, if we plan on doing it in the future, like what our next steps are for Beckham's progress, like everything. I just filmed it, so that will be up next week. I'm gonna rinse my beauty blender really quick. Sorry guys. Okay, let me tell you guys a little hack that like really helped my skin is every single time I rinse my beauty blender, I like wash it with soap. Because you're already getting it wet, so you might as well just wash it. And I feel like that's helped keep like my brushes and my sponges so much more sanitary, which is really nice. So like any of the makeup you see on this, it's just stained. I love my YouTube family. If you guys are from YouTube, I love that so much. I go live on YouTube like almost every day. So being on TikTok, guys, it took me a long time to get comfortable with TikTok. I don't know why, but YouTube is just like my baby. YouTube is my safe place. It's the social media platform I started on. So it's very different getting used to like being comfortable on TikTok when I feel like I'm so comfortable on YouTube, but it's definitely gotten a lot better. I'm so organized. You're so kind. I'm really just like such a structured person and a creature of habit. And unfortunately, if I lose that structure, I have severe anxiety. So thank you for being so sweet. But I honestly need to work on not being so structured, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys care, but I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I am obsessed with this for a really glowy base. Such a great dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And then I'm doing the e.l.f. sunscreen since it's gonna be light for a couple hours. Protect your skin. You should be wearing sunscreen every single day if you're not. Let's see. Okay. How do I discipline Blakely? Well, Blakely is my first sweet little child who's needed discipline because obviously I've never disciplined Beckham and I never will because he's literally perfect and can do no wrong. So disciplining Blakely has been an adjustment to say the least, and we obviously just utilize like age appropriate discipline techniques. I do try my best to be a gentle parent and have had to work really hard on that because I do have a little bit of a temper. However, one thing that is kind of challenging when it comes to Beckham and Blakely is Blakely potentially can like get in trouble or be disciplined over things that we celebrate if Beckham does. So for example, like throwing something. When Beckham throws something, we like celebrate it. We're so excited. That's showing, you know, improved mobility. But when Blakely throws something, I'm like, girl, we do not throw. And that is extremely confusing for her. So as her mom, I've had to be like really patient with understanding that she's not fully understanding what our rules are. So that's been an adjustment, but we're figuring it out and we're just kind of doing our best. And we know that this phase that Blakely's in right now is extremely temporary. So we're trying not to be, you know, too hard on her. We're really trying to understand that like she's not always going to understand why we are disciplining her and not Beckham. But, and you know, that will evolve over time. Low-key, I think I'm out of my correct foundation shade, so we're just gonna mix these two and see how it goes. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint, and this is the L'Oreal Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So these both have hyaluronic acid in them, which is why I love them because they're so great for your skin. They're really lightweight. Beckham does have feeding therapy, yes. My set is from Milk Stain. I live in Utah. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna be able to do this. We might have to get creative a little bit. Come on! Oh my gosh, I hope I can get some out of here. But that's why we're running errands today. So I'll tell Hunter, baby, Mama needs more foundation. We seriously just might make like a little concoction. Hunter and I actually met at the gym, which is crazy because I swore that I would never meet and date somebody from the gym ever again because, oh, hello, my abusive ex-boyfriend, I also met at the gym, and obviously we hate him. Just kidding, we don't hate him. We're completely indifferent because we don't care about him. But I just thought, like, you know, all guys that go to the gym are such tools. And that was definitely my mindset for a hot minute. But I met Hunter, and that man just swept me off of my little feet. And he was so good to me. And he was such a contrast from my ex-boyfriend. I just knew he was such a good man. And I fell in love with him so quickly, which was so unlike me. I do not fall in love very quickly. I do with girls. Like friendships, I fall in love very quickly. But like romantic partners, I do not fall in love with quickly. I'm very cautious. And it was literally like caution to the wind. I'm obsessed with this guy. And I think it's because the feelings were so mutual. It was just like, we just knew. We knew that we were meant to do this life together, and our marriage has not been easy. We've been through a lot as a couple. Okay, I think this is like my favorite foundation combo I've ever done. But we've been through a lot as a couple, and we got married really, really young, but I would not trade it literally for the world. He is my everything, and he was just made for me. Do I miss the puppy face with Chloe? No, because she looked almost exactly the same as a puppy, but now she's potty trained and obedient. So no, I don't miss the puppy phase. What was my reaction when I found out that Beckham had cerebral palsy? Complete devastation. Devastation, loss, grief, mourning, and I still experience those feelings on a daily basis, and it is the hardest thing I'll ever experience. Because when you find out your child is disabled, you are absolutely mourning a death. You're mourning the life you thought your child would have, and that is, it's so severe. You know that your child will never ever have the life that you envisioned for them, and that's exactly how it felt. Just very, very severe traumatic loss. And I don't ever want that to be twisted in me not being so grateful that he's here. I'm so grateful that he's here and that I'm his mom. But I think it would be just about the most abnormal thing in the world if a mother did not severely grieve her child not being able to walk, talk, eat by mouth. You know, it's very, 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 very hard. One sec. Do I ever wish that Beckham was neurotypical? I would lose my own life to give him the best quality of life possible, which would obviously be being neurotypical. The amount of desire that I have for that is inexplainable, but I don't dwell on it because I can't give him that. I have no control. So I do my best to not think about it. I do my best to not sit on that because it won't do anything for me, you know? It will only bring me heartache. Thank you for saying I'm the best mom. That's so kind. I do believe that I'm the best mom for him, and I'm so grateful for that. Do I want more kids? So Hunter and I are done having children, and we are done having children because of our very beautiful kids we have now and the circumstance in which our lives are in, and it's a permanent circumstance, so we don't feel it would be fair to bring another child into our family because it would take away attention from Beckham and from Blakely, and we're choosing our kids that are on earth right now. And we know that that's what's best for our family. There's a lot of special needs families who have a lot of kids. And I think that can be like the biggest blessing ever for the siblings, for the special needs child, for everybody, for the parents. But for our specific family, we just know that we are not supposed to have more kids. I mentally and emotionally would not be here if we had more kids. Like, I could not do it. I am already so overwhelmed and try so hard to stay mentally stable just inside of motherhood right now. It would just be so unfair to myself, my husband, my kids. But we always wanted more children. And so I will say it has been very hard and was really quite devastating at first to accept the fact that more kids wasn't what was right for our family. But I'm way more at terms with it now. And I'm actually very, very happy. And I'm okay. I'm literally sweating, you guys. I'm so freaking hot right now. Oh, I'm like, why is it so hot in my house? Oh my gosh, my favorite. I love you guys. Do I think Beckham will walk one day? Hell yeah. And I will die on that hill. I will believe that little boy is going to walk until the day I leave this earth. And I do not care what anybody else says. I do not care what anybody else thinks. I believe that he will learn how to walk. And that does not mean that I will be unhappy if he doesn't. But it does mean that I will quite literally die on that hill, because I will believe in him and I will believe in his capabilities forever. Literally forever. And I just want the whole world to think that I'm insane because I believe in him so much. You know that quote that says, believe in your child so much that the world thinks you're crazy, and then believe more? That is literally my motherhood motto. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I really believe that he will walk one day. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how that's going to come to pass, but I have never seen somebody work harder than Beckham does. And so I know that with his work ethic and my intense belief and everybody praying for him and cheering him on, I just really feel like that's going to be in the cards for him. Does Beckham ever get made fun of? No. And I think a lot of that is because there's a lot more awareness about special needs children now that we have social media. However, I know that I will be tried and tested as Beckham gets older, and I will do everything in my power to stay out of prison, because the mama bear in me, you guys, like, literally, I don't fear for the other person. I fear for my own life if someone were to ever come after my child. And also Blakely, you guys, she is like such a firecracker. And I'm just laughing because I look at my kids and I'm like, God help the person who comes after Blakely's brother, because she will not have it. And I think that's why God gives us siblings and parents and friends. And everything I'm using, so highlighter, blush, and contour, is all Rare Beauty. But yeah, I can't even imagine, because I've gotten, like, honestly, most of the hate comments I get are about myself. So thank you for keeping it clean, because I can deal with hate comments about myself. But when I get hate comments about my kids, that's the only time I feel rage. Like, I've had a few really disgusting, like, horrific comments about Beckham. And it just, obviously, it's mental illness. Like, that person is, like, so mentally ill. I really can't even, like, grasp being that mentally ill. So I don't dwell on it, and I just know, like, okay, that person is, like, very, very sick. They need help. And I basically just send them well wishes and move on. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I do feel like I am relatively blessed with, I have very thick skin when it comes to the internet. I do not have thick skin when it comes to my friends. I'm not timid, but like, if like someone I loved said something mean to me, I'd like sob my eyes out. But when it comes to like internet haters, I don't care. I'm not impacted. I've like never been in my head about a hate comment ever. How did I know that Beckham had special needs? He got diagnosed from a neurologist at Primary Children's, and it was the same neurologist that followed him the entire time in the NICU. So we went in for a checkup and a test with neurology when he was 6 months old. It was January 7th. I will never forget that day. And he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And this is insane, but Hunter and I were actually separated at the time. We were not living together, but we went to the appointment together because obviously he's our son. And Hunter moved back in the day that Beckham was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So that's pretty special. And then we got pregnant with Blakely a month later. So technically we got pregnant with her that month. This is from Milk Stain Apparel, the set that I'm wearing. I'm gonna set everything with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. I love this powder. It's like the best. It does not mattify your skin, but it definitely eliminates any oil throughout the day. Shoot, guys, I need my tweezers. The blush from Rare Beauty is the color Hope, and it is the best color ever. Where is my tweezers? Oh, thank goodness. I have like a little eyelash on, if you guys can see it. Can I tell you more about the separation between Hunter and I? Yes. Anyone who's been through trauma as a parent will tell you that it's extremely trying on your marriage. So traumatic. Hunter and I really coped with the trauma of Beckham's birth and him being in the NICU very differently. And it caused just a lot of resentment and tension between the two of us. Guys, let me pause for 1 sec. I literally can't talk and put on powder at the same time. I don't know why. I'm just like, I can't. So yeah, we, oh my gosh, you guys, I suck at get ready with me. Just give me 1 sec. Let me just powder this. I feel like I'm gonna crinkle and wrinkle if I keep talking. Okay. Holy, how do these makeup girlies do it? Like, oh my gosh, I could never. Okay, so when Beckham got home from the NICU, we were both going through so much like emotional distress. We had like no clue what we were doing as parents. We just had a lot of trauma that was unresolved. And Hunter came to me and he said, hey, I just like want to let you know, because I know that this is like extremely different for you and you don't feel this way, but I am not gonna have another baby. I don't want more kids. I can't do this again. This has been so traumatic, and I'm afraid if you do get pregnant again that you could die, our child could die, and I just want to be able to give like all of my life to Beckham. And obviously Hunter's like the most amazing dad and the most amazing husband, and that's why he felt that way, because I passed out at the wheel and all we knew was that it was in association with pregnancy. We didn't know anything else. So in Hunter's mind, he's going, if I impregnate you, like he literally said this to me. He was like, if I impregnate you, I feel like I could kill you. And like, I'm not willing to do that for an unborn baby. And I understood where he was coming from, but I had always wanted multiple kids, and he had always wanted multiple kids. That was something we agreed on before we got married. And Hunter and I are very traditional. I obviously like work now, but that was never the plan. Like the plan was always for him to be the provider. And that was something that not only I wanted, but he wanted that. He wanted me to, he was very supportive of me doing whatever I wanted, but he loved the fact that I wanted to be a mother. And that was like my main goal. And so I felt like he was ripping my future away from me, because how else was I going to get more kids? So that was very, very hard. So we kind of sat on that information for a while, and then we just kind of decided, like, you know, our futures are different. Like, I want more kids, and I need to be with someone who is willing to give me more kids. And you need to be with someone who is willing to not have any more children. And what was so hard is we also had other issues in our marriage, and we had just gone through the most traumatic time in our life. Whereas now looking back, I would have, like, you know, not been so quick to be like, okay, this isn't gonna work. But there were other issues in our marriage at the time as well. So I think it was just like, okay, this is the final straw. Like, we can't do this anymore. And he agreed. So he moved out over Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it was really hard and it was horrible. And we were both devastated. We were both so in love. When we separated, like, we did not date anybody. Like, we were still totally married. We treated each other as if we were still married in terms of like communication and loyalty. But when, like, we would just talk all the time, and it was so crazy because I literally would say to him, but like, what about Blakely? And he's like, honey, like, you don't know if it would be a girl. You don't know what the situation would look like. Like, what if, you know, you got in another car accident? Like, what if we had another child that was, you know, disabled? And here's the thing. That would just take away from Beckham. That's what Hunter's mindset was. It wasn't the fact, like, I couldn't have another disabled child. It was, I want to give my whole life to Beckham. I don't want to take away from him. And I understood. I think we were both really, really valid. I don't think either of us was wrong in our thought process. And so, you guys, I use Skin Better Science for all of my face wash. I'm sweating. Oh my God. So I'm going to go in with, not that, sorry. Let me show you guys, where was I? Hunter and I getting divorced. Okay. And, yeah, so we were just like, it's not going to work. And we were both really valid, but we both really loved each other. Like, it was like so horrible. We were just going through it. And then, he just had like a change of heart and was like, okay, I want to have another baby. And he moved back in the day Beckham was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And then we were pregnant with Blakely a month later. And we joke every day, not at Blakely will never ever, Blakely couldn't think that her father was hesitant to have another baby. Like, Hunter is so obsessed with Blakely, it's hilarious. Like, she is literally his entire world. But I always joke with him. I'm like, you're welcome for your daughter, who you're so obsessed with. And he just laughs and he's like, I literally don't know what I would do without her. And it's so sweet because he'll always say to me, like, thank you so much for fighting for Blakely when I didn't know that she was there and you did. And it's so sweet now. It's so sweet. Okay, so it's interesting. I knew Beckham was a boy, but I was really stuck on the idea of Blakely. Like, I just felt like Blakely was Blakely, if that makes sense. But I was so afraid, I think, of being wrong that I was like protecting my heart. And I was just like, I don't care if it's a girl or a boy, but like deep down I was like, I will literally die if this is not Blakely. And it was Blakely, thank heavens. But it's so interesting because when I got pregnant with Beckham, it being a girl like wasn't even an option in my mind. I knew it was a boy. Like with every fiber of my being, I knew that Beckham was a boy. And now knowing who Beckham is, I'm like, oh, of course, I could just feel him. Like I just knew him. But with Blakely, I knew I had her. I just didn't know when. I think my nanny might be here, guys. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Thank you, doll. Make yourself at home. Okay, guys, yes, my nanny is here. I'm obsessed with her. I'm so happy she's here. She saves my life. Oh my gosh. Jalen. Gail is such a cute name, and I literally love him so much already. I just know I love him. Sorry about that, guys. This is the best lip liner in the whole world, and it is the color Subculture by MAC. Blakely was premature, yes. She was born at 36 and 6. So Blakely was actually my biggest baby, and she was 4 pounds, 9 ounces. When I tell people that, they're just like, what? Okay, sorry. Can't really talk while I do that. But this lip liner seriously is amazing, and I've had it for like 2 years. And I use it every time I get ready. Then I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss. After a little bit of Aquaphor, because we always do Aquaphor, guys. Aw, Lexi, you're so freaking kind. Thank you so much. Guys, I think it's so important to remember, I used to watch lives and just like TikTok in general, and I would be like, oh my goodness, like everyone has perfect skin, and I started to feel so bad about my skin. And then I realized everyone in the world uses the beauty filter, and I just like want to remind you guys of that. And I am so grateful for the sweet, kind compliments about my skin, and my skin has gotten so much better, which I'm so grateful for. But you have to remember that there's a smoothing filter on every single person that you see online. Every single person. Except for maybe like Jeffree Star, because he's awesome and never uses filters. So I just like want to remind you of that, because I never ever want someone to look at my skin and be like, oh my gosh, her skin's perfect, because it's not. It's literally not. But you guys are so, so sweet, and I'm so grateful. And it has gotten a lot better. I think Skin Better Science is amazing, but like I am a real person. I have texture on my face, and that's okay. And so does everybody else. That is always the most shocking thing to me when I meet people who I know online in person, is I'm like, oh, your skin is normal. It doesn't mean it's bad or negative. It's just like, oh my gosh, we're not all walking around with filters on our face. And I just like want you guys to remember that. I do not have lip filler. I have never had any filler, but I do get Botox in my forehead. I always joke with Hunter, I'm like, thank God, literally, that he gave me big lips, because I have the biggest teeth in the entire world. I'm like, imagine if my lips were small with these teeth. You guys are so sweet. So originally it wasn't date night. I just have my nanny booked. However, I typically edit and like work when I have my nanny, but I just been missing Hunter, and I texted him this morning and I was like, hey, while our nanny is here, why don't I come to your office at 4:30 and get you, and we go just like run our errands together and hang out and like get dinner and eat it in the car and like just enjoy some time together. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just getting ready, mostly because I wanted to do a live and hang out with you guys, and I feel like it's a fun time to just get ready when I'm doing lives. It gives us something to do and something for you guys to watch. And it actually also helps with my anxiety a little bit. I'm way less OCD about my makeup if I do it on a live versus if I'm like staring at myself. So I actually end up loving my makeup more when I'm on lives, because I'm not like as in my head about it. You know what I mean? So I love it. My YouTube upload schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You guys, my hair is so gross. It needs to be washed, but I'm not gonna wash it until tomorrow, I don't think. Oh my goodness, Sierra, I love that idea. Hunter and I have the best date nights ever, I swear. So that would be a really fun series to do, like a date night series and talk about where we like to go. I love that idea so much. Okay, I'm kind of feeling like I might be able to get away with my hair down if we just like try to do something with it. You just moved to Utah, Kelly? That's so exciting. Well, kind of. I'm not the biggest Utah lover, if I'm being honest. I love it because it's home, but like I don't love it. I don't love the weather. I don't love the culture, but I do love the safety. But that's all I love. That's it. I'm kind of a Utah hater at heart, but I feel kind of bad saying that. The weather in Utah is like a very true all 4 seasons. It's very cold in the winter. It's pretty cold in the spring. It's like warmish / like nice in the fall. And then summer is like hot, but it's not like Florida hot. There's no humidity. It's super dry here. Utah is beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But like, I don't snowboard or ski. I like water sports. So that's a bummer for me. Okay guys, I think we're just gonna like we're gonna try to wear my hair down today and just like see if like anyone notices how bad it is. And if they do notice, the beautiful thing is like they're not gonna come up to me and be like, girl, you need to wash your hair. No one's gonna think it's that nappy, it's fine. Oh, and you know what? Because it is so stinking dry hair, I really don't struggle with like oily hair. I kind of more so struggle with dry hair. And because I used to be platinum blonde for years and years and years, I literally never thought I'd see the day where I was brunette. Yes, I do have extensions, and social media is my full-time job. So YouTube is like my primary job, and then TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. However, YouTube is really my bread and butter. But Hunter is the primary provider for our family. So my work is elective. Hunter's is not. Hunter is such an amazing provider for our family. He's such a hard worker. Beckham has spastic cerebral palsy that mainly impacts his legs. Okay, I feel like the hair is not, it's not that bad. I think we're just gonna leave it like this and just pray. Here's my philosophy. It's like, if I feel like I need to like wash my hair or something, or if I'm not wearing that much makeup or something, I'll just dress a little more casual so people think I didn't really try, even though I tried really hard. I'm kind of feeling like a, let's see, I don't know how cold it is outside. I love the time where we moved to the closet. It's just kind of a fun time. This is from Milk Stain Apparel. I don't like no whips and chains. Okay. I need a change. So that could get dicey with you guys, you know what I'm saying? So we might need to close out this live, but gosh, I've loved hanging out. Oh shit, I don't know how to close a freaking live, I think. Let's figure this out together. Okay. Why is Blakely? Dang it, girl. Okay, I love you guys. I think I'm gonna close out today's live. I was about to say today's video because I'm so used to YouTube. But thanks for hanging out with me. Milk Stain Apparel is where my set is from. And I've loved it. I loved chatting. Hunter and I are not getting divorced, for anybody who's confused. But it was fun being able to share kind of that crazy time. Okay, I love you guys so much. We'll be back soon with more lives.